Okay, so hey, my name is Libby, and we just came out of the building with our wheelchairs. I think it's going to be a very interesting day. We're supposed to spend about 8 hours in a wheelchair today, basically just to kind of see how we can better adapt our society to those with handicaps. So far, it's been really interesting. We've gotten a lot of weird stares, and I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it'll get kind of annoying after the first couple hours. I'm definitely anticipating some challenges because I live in the quads, so we can't even access our rooms through that. So throughout the day I might have to cheat a few times just to actually make it through my day and get to classes on time and such. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Okay, so we're in Hannon Hall to get breakfast, and getting in the door was quite a challenge because instead of one button to push to open both doors, you have to press two separate ones. And the door that you enter through is farthest from the button. So I had to have help getting through the door, and that was embarrassing. Also, the door frames are very narrow, so if you are a larger person, I don't understand how you would even get into this building. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Now comes one of the most difficult parts of my experience at the dining hall. I'd really like an apple, but the apples are in the top crate. So how do I know when I will pick a good one? Let's see. This is not an apple. I don't like these kinds of apples. So I'm in Montana Hall, and they don't have elevators here. They have this lift operation going. Getting in was quite difficult. We'd have a stranger help me. And so now, let's see how this works. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, wait. Press on. Hold it. Oh. Okay, so here I am on one of the most treacherous hills on campus, ready to test out the brakes and see how well they work, but I'm a little nervous because even on slight slopes I start to lose control. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Applying brakes. Okay, so here I am outside the quads, which is where I live. There is no handicap accessibility whatsoever, which actually brings us to kind of an important point. The quads, I think, are probably one of the nicest places to live on campus, but people with disabilities or who are in a wheelchair don't have access to those nice facilities, which is really unfortunate because they're definitely limited to the really large areas. Never know, I could become a pro by the end of the day. Not working. Alright, here I have two of my lovely friends who've offered to carry me up the stairs in the wheelchair. So this is definitely the ideal situation. Most people would not have two lovely people willing to do this, but we'll see if it even works. So here we go. Oh, careful. Is this really scary?
Maybe, Michael.
I'm gonna have to go a little higher up.
A little sketchy.
Keep walking, Bob.
Oh, Mike, you're walking too fast now.
Totally fine.
Okay.
Oh, this is not safe at all. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about a few of the specific skills that people in wheelchairs have to consider. I guess just basic turning is not that difficult. The turning radius is pretty good on this, but like we talked about earlier, sometimes the wheelchair is just way too wide to get into certain places, and so you always have to kind of be aware of where your hands are. They can easily scrape up against door frames and such. I can't do any tricks really. I can kind of do a mini hop, but that's about it. Backing up and turning is kind of a difficult maneuver. It's like learning how to back up a car, and I can't even really do it right now. But anyway, so that was kind of difficult. You definitely have to at least have some level of coordination though in crowds, because I feel bad because I'm in a lot of people's ways, and oftentimes they kind of, I don't know, like trip over the chair kind of. I don't know. I just feel like you need to be able to maneuver your chair really well so as not to be an inconvenience to others. So I guess I can definitely understand how the reassurance of other people helps a person in a wheelchair so they aren't feeling like a burden to anyone, because you definitely suffer with a little bit of guilt or Alright, so something that you don't think about all the time while living on campus is transportation. And being that I do live in the quads, I don't really have to use a vehicle often. But for example, today, I just realized that I forgot some materials for a project. And so I'm actually going to have to elicit the help of someone who can drive for me. So, you know, that's definitely a bummer. I like being independent and being able to drive where I want if I actually need something. But now I need to ask for help all the time. Another thing is if you ride the bus, I'm guessing that it would be kind of embarrassing and probably pretty nerve-wracking the first time in a wheelchair, just because most people don't know how the bus interacts with a wheelchair type, I guess just a wheelchair in general. And so, I mean, being that the bus moves very quickly, it would probably be, like I said, very nerve-wracking. I guess just another thing I've noticed, handicap reserve signs. I think I will definitely heed those better from now on, because I realize that even the smallest walk for someone who is not disabled can seem pretty treacherous and tiring for someone in a wheelchair. I know that just from the few hours that I've been in this wheelchair, my arms are already exhausted and it takes forever to get anywhere, even on campus. So you definitely just have to anticipate a lot more, many more struggles, I guess, throughout your day, and you definitely have to plan ahead. Can't be a procrastinator in a wheelchair. Alright, so I am almost at the end of my 8 hours in the wheelchair. Overall, I would say it's been a really great learning experience. I definitely have more sympathy towards people who are put in that position. Generally people of all handicaps. I really sympathize now with the things that they have to anticipate in their everyday life, things that I just definitely take for granted. Definitely some things I noticed in this lab. Reactions of other people varied definitely in between ages. I would say students usually treated me a little bit strangely, mostly because they knew me and wanted to know why I was in a wheelchair. But just generally, I think students seemed a little bit more annoyed. All of the faculty and staff, however, that I came across were extremely helpful and always willing to help me out and they were extremely sympathetic. So I don't know if that is just a maturity thing or what, but I think from now on I definitely will be a little bit more helpful and patient with people in wheelchairs. Let's see as well, I definitely felt embarrassed at times, or I just felt like a burden to other people and I didn't want to inconvenience anyone. So I'd say that's my reaction regarding that. Overall, I think the lab was pretty effective. I would say I definitely can't get the full gist of what life is like in a wheelchair after just 8 hours, but I'm definitely thankful for this opportunity. Anyway, so I encourage everyone who watches this video just to be a little bit more conscientious about how they treat those with disabilities. Bye.